Hi there, welcome to Randy's Rules, where Randy's Rules are always in effect. As promised, today is going to be my first knife review. If any of you have been watching on the card side, I've been doing baseball cards and had mentioned that I will be doing knife reviews. And today will be the first of many knife reviews, starting with the knives that are in my collection that I've been collecting for a long time. I've been carrying a knife for over 40 years. I started carrying a pocket knife when I was probably around 10 years old. So I'm a knife lover and always have had a passion for knives. And not a knife expert, I would say. There's a lot of people out there more knowledgeable about the technical aspects of knives. There's people more into the steels. I'm not a steel snob. It comes down to, do I like the knife and does it work for me? With that being said, I do, I have many of the sexy, run-of-the-mill knives that everybody likes, and I may have some unusual ones too, and I may gather unusual ones along the way. To get everybody interested in my channel, I'm going to do some giveaways at milestones, starting with 100. If I can get 100 subscribers to this channel, I will give away this Leatherman Micra. It is the small pocket or keychain Leatherman tool that is the scissors, and it's got various other tools, tweezers, screwdrivers, knife, file, all your typical pocket multi-tool kind of things. And I will do an actual video on this and some other pocket tools somewhere prior to the giveaway, or actually maybe on the giveaway video itself. In order to get this, like I said, it'll be when I get to 100 subscribers, and to be eligible, all you have to do is comment on the video when I announce that I have hit the 100 subscribers, and you must be a subscriber. So sit back, enjoy, and let's look at the first knife. Okay, let's get started with my first review. What did I choose to review for this first video? Well, it is going to be the CRKT RUGER LCK knife. Why am I reviewing this one? Well, I decided to go with the one that I have been carrying the most lately. And the reason I've been carrying this one, it's not because it's my favorite, it's not because it's going to impress anybody or anything. It's just happened to be one. I grabbed it on a drawer that fit best in my pocket with my phone in the pocket. In the warmer months, I carry my phone in my front pocket. Usually I'm carrying it in a jacket pocket or something like that. And it's a Galaxy Note 9, so as you know, that is a pretty good size phone, and it takes up a lot of real estate in my pocket, so it gets kind of crowded in there when I use one of my other knives. And one morning I went in my drawer and looking through knives, finding one that would fit the best, and this one fit in the most comfortably. I was able to retrieve my phone or pull the knife out with this one in the pocket without any problem. All right, let's give a little specs about this knife. It's 7.5 inches overall length, with a 3.375 blade, a 3-inch cutting edge, and it's a 0.12 thickness with a 0.75 blade width. So it's a thin knife overall. It's got a drop point blade with a hollow grind and a satin finish, and you can see a little bit of tape residue on it. I've been opening some packages and some boxes at work. Now, it is a flipper style liner lock. You can see the lockup goes almost to halfway on it. It's got a good firm lockup. The blade's nice and tight, and it's perfectly centered. It has very good action. It's a non-assisted, but the action on it is very nice, and I'm able to operate it one-handed without any problem. And that's handy when you're holding something in one hand and you want to grab your knife and open it without any effort and letting the other hand loose. So it's just been a pretty handy knife. It's the 18 CR 13 MOV steel. I'm not a steel snob, so that really wasn't a deciding point on when I got this knife, and it's a good enough steel for what I'd consider a budget knife. This one comes in, you can pick them up for around 30 bucks, pretty much anywhere. They have them on Amazon. I believe I got this one at a Duluth trading company actual store, and seen this in their case, and it's not an overly attractive knife. It's not an ugly knife, but just something about it. It said, buy me. So, and I'm always on the lookout for knives and buying them. So I picked it up, and it went in the drawer, and never really used it much. I've had it probably around 6 months, and then when the warmer weather got here, it happened to be the one I tried out in my pocket, and it worked fine for what I was needing. It's fit, and then as far as using, I've had no complaints. Everything works great on it. It is a open back for most of the way. It's got a little bit of this spacer in there, but so it does collect. You can see a little bit of pocket lint. I just take an air can and blow it out every now and then. It's really not a overly threatening knife. When you open it up in the office, it doesn't have a tactical look, make people ooh and ah, or really gonna look scary or anything like that. It might be a little bit. I mean, it kind of looks a little stiletto-ish, but I really don't worry about that or even consider that much when I'm carrying a knife at work. As I say, Randy's rules are in effect. If they don't like it, they can get over it. If it's legal, then I'm going to carry it. But the action is just so smooth on it. I just drop a little oil in there every now and then. Have not taken it apart or cleaned it. So you're seeing it just as it is carrying it every day. Now, to compare it, give you a scale on the size, let's compare it to the knife everybody knows and many love, is the Spyderco Delica. Let's put it here. As you can see, it's just a little bit longer overall, but here's where it works in the pocket. Is you can see the profile on that. Takes up a lot less space than, say, a Delica or any of the Spydercos that have this blade style, where you got a lot of blade coming out of the handle there. So makes it very nice for everyday carry. There's not a whole lot I don't like about the knife. I mean, it doesn't, looks wise, it's nothing spectacular or special, and it's very comfortable to hold. I mean, the grip on it is very nice. The scales, I'm not sure. I think it's more just it feels like some kind of FRN maybe. It doesn't feel like G10. And I haven't seen on the specs exactly what it is. It's just some kind of black plastic material, but it does have these grips on it that gives it a good purchase. You know, I mean, you feel secure in your hand, and it's got that finger control for getting there doing detail work. I do wish it had some jimping on the back, whether in the right here on the frame or on the blade, so when you grab it right there, you feel a little more secure. Not that I feel like it's slipping, but it would be nice to have some jimping there. And that deep pocket carry is very nice because it goes in the pocket and it pretty much just becomes invisible. Yet when you reach in there, it's got a good grip. It's easy to retrieve and take out and take care of business. Not a whole lot else to say about the knife. It's you know, it's just a good everyday knife. Have not had to sharpen it yet. It came sharp out of the box, sharp enough to cut some paper and pretty much anything else I need to cut. I'm not going to use this outdoors. It doesn't give you that feeling that you'd want to go out and baton some wood or anything like that. Be a nice little whittling knife. But it's more, it has more of a pokey feel than it does slice and dice, so I guess you'd say. It just has a nice, not too delicate feel to it. All right, that is the CRKT and my thoughts on the LCK knife. I will be doing other knives along the way. I'll get into some of my unique knives, unusual knives, and then of course the knives that everybody is familiar with. And I will be picking up knives along the way, as I always do. Whether I need it or not, I like a good knife, and I'll be picking them up, and then as I do, I'll show them to you. And I hope you're enjoying this video, and if you do, hit the like and subscribe button, and that's all I got. See ya.